First thing that came to my mind was talking and touching on the art of surrender is what I would call it. And this goes back to a season of life in the last few years when I pretty much was at my lowest point emotionally. I was having a really hard time because I was very isolated. I was very sad. The Lord has definitely designed me to be a people person and to be around humans and to always be going. And that's part of why I have such a hard time being still, which is something I definitely think the Lord calls us to do. He even tells us to be still and know that I am God. And I think that I have always known that the Lord is in control, and I have always known that He is the ultimate power, and He is our Father, and He loves us, and He will always take care of us and provide for us. But I think one thing I've always struggled with is giving up that control. So I think there's a difference in knowing that and actually following that. I don't want to say believe that because I do believe it, but like knowing that and then actually trusting Him to take care of all the details. So when I was in this low point, I did everything I could within my power to like control it. And so I was trying to make opportunities for myself. I was trying to get myself into positions where I could be what I know I'm designed to be. But I think in that season, the Lord was definitely calling me to be still and to slow down and to know that if I could just surrender that control and that desire, because He knows He made me the way I am. He knows He gave me the desire and the passion for people and for loving people and to be around them. And I wasn't able to do that in a time, so He really broke me down to a position where I had to rely on Him and I had to surrender. And it's funny because in my old apartment, there was a spot on my ceiling, kind of where the wall met the ceiling, where it turned, I guess, like the corner. And in that very spot, every night, the way the light would come into my room, it would cast a shadow up in this corner. And so every time I would pray, every time I would be crying, like bawling in my bed, I would be looking straight up at this shadow, because obviously we cry at nighttime. But I remember the night, it was almost like a switch, like a flip, or a flip of the switch, where the Lord was like, are you going to trust me? Like, are you going to surrender these desires? Are you going to surrender your job search? Are you going to surrender trying to control who you reach out to, your connections? Are you going to surrender the fact that you are miserable in a position that you took? Which I was very prayerful about that. So it was definitely the Lord put me in the position at Nike, but that's besides the point. I think He just kind of basically was like, Rebecca, are you going to trust and are you going to surrender all these desires and allow me to walk in and do what I can do and make it even better than you could ever imagine? And that was not even a thought that I had in the previous, like, throughout the season of like surrender. And at that point I was like, God, like, I'm done. Like, you can take this. I'm surrendering my desire. I'm surrendering my control. I'm surrendering what I want out of this life, and it's yours. And Lord, I know that you provide. You've always provided for me, and you provide for your children. You even say that, and you tell us that in the Bible, and I believe that. And so take me, use me, mold me, shape me. And it was not but like a week or so after that, I actually had the interview with VS Pink, and then here we are. And it's funny because I don't know, it's just like everything flows from that one act of surrender, which was a hard point for me to get to, but ever since then, it's changed the way I pray, it's changed the way I worship, it's changed the way I see people, it's changed the way I view opportunity and open doors and closed doors.